Welcome to Paybooks. In this video, we will see how to create a salary component. The salary of an employee comprises both fixed and variable pay. You can create and edit various salary components in simple and easy to understand steps. To create a salary component, on the home page, click the settings icon on the right hand side. Click Salary Components. Click New. Update the following details. Enter the name of the salary component. Enter the abbreviation, that is the short form. Please note there shouldn't be any space or special character. It should be one word containing not more than 7 characters. Effective date. By default, the effective date will be considered as 1st April of the current financial year. You have the option to change the date if the component is created during the year. Paid component. Check the box if the component is part of the employee's salary and needs to be displayed in the payslip. You don't have to check the box when creating employer contributions of statutory components like PF, ESIC, etc., or components that are paid outside payroll. Coming to pay types. You have 5 options, that is deductions, earnings, overtime, reimbursement, and statutory component. Check the taxable box if the component needs to be considered for tax calculation, or check non-taxable if the component has no tax implication like all reimbursement components. Tax is distributed across the year. Check this box only if the component has been checked as taxable and tax deduction needs to be distributed across the financial year. Select from the drop-down list to round off the salary component as per your company policy. Calculation type. There are 2 types of calculation, that is flat and formula. Select the option flat if the component is not formula-based and should be entered manually. If the component is formula-based, select formula. Define the formula by selecting an appropriate function from the brackets, abbreviation, and the operators. For example, if special allowance is basic into 50%, select the opening bracket. From the abbreviation, select the basic and select the appropriate operator. Once the formula is entered, click on Validate. You will get the term valid expression. Then you can click on Save. If the calculation type is formula, then you will have 2 options, that is deducted amount and actual amount. Deducted amount. The system will consider the prorated amount based on the attendance, and actual amount, the system will consider the fixed amount as per the salary structure. Please note, components like professional tax and income tax are pre-configured in the system and are slab-based as per the prevailing statutory rules. Map to. There are pre-configured rules that are set in the system. You need to map the created components to apply the respective configuration. For example, HRA must be mapped to IT HRA. As per this mapping, the HRA exemption shall be calculated. Another example is a VPF component, which should be mapped to VPF. This will reflect in the PF report and will be considered for the tax benefit under Section 80C. Variable component. Select this option if the salary component is not fixed and varies monthly. For example, bonus, incentives, overtime, etc. Fixed component. Select this option if the salary component is fixed and does not change monthly. Example, your basic, HRA, conveyance, etc. Check the box attendance dependent if the component needs to be paid based on attendance. The calculated on should be selected as deducted amount. Enable is an FBP component. If you have opted for the flexible benefit plan, check the box if you want this component to be part of the CTC. Create dependent component. Check this box so that the arrears or recoveries component will be created separately. This is applicable if the component is fixed in nature. If the active box is checked, the component will reflect in the pay register and all the reports. If unchecked, the created component will not reflect in the pay register and other reports, even though it is created. Is an FFS component? Check the box if the component should be part of the FFS calculations. Is scheduled pay? Enabling the checkbox allows you to create standing instructions to pay or recover a defined amount for a fixed period. Payable if full month LOP. By checking this box, the components will be paid despite the full month LOP. That is, the component payment will not be affected by LOP days. Payable if an employee joined on or before. You can select the cutoff dates from the drop-down. That is, the component will be payable only if the employee has joined on a certain date. Overtime. If you have selected the pay type as overtime, then you need to configure the days or hours and enter the maximum OT unit as per the company policy. Click Add to create the component. Once the component is created, it should be assigned to the employees so that this becomes part of the salary. For that, you need to do a pay allocation. For more details on pay allocation, please watch our video How to Allocate Pay Components. Thank you for watching this video and have a great day.